It's been such a long time I've not recorded a video that I don't remember how to do this. Hi everyone, welcome to my purple forest, my magical forest. I'm Elloa, I'm a content creator on Twitch and YouTube, and I don't know what I'm doing right now, but I've been here for a long time and I'm still here, even though I thought I would be gone. But I will talk about that at the end of the video, so let's focus about the month of March. It was actually a packed month, and even to have completely changed my content, we did some World of Warcraft, because it was the start of midnight.
Inevitably, the void consumes everything. I'm coming for all of you.
And yes, technically midnight started in February, the last few days, but we don't care about that. We pretend that it started in March, and so all of the month of March is dedicated to Xalatas and her invasion of the void.
Despite all we've been through.
Those of you that follow me closely and have been sharing sometimes with me on Twitch have noticed that I've been playing and streaming World of Warcraft significantly less this month. And this is because I have reduced my video game time. But World of Warcraft is still the one game that I love and the one game that I've decided to continue to play. And if I have very limited amount of time to play video games, I will choose the one game that fulfills me the most, and that's certainly World of Warcraft. First, because I have a wonderful community with Starship. Second, because World of Warcraft is emotionally my home in some fashion, and it's a game I want to continue to play and discover until it's close up and sunset. And third, because I've become a World of Warcraft ambassador, and this is such an honor, especially in those times. So obviously this really showed me a sign that I should not give up on playing World of Warcraft. And when the war was released 2 years ago already, I had the occasion of diving completely into the story and playing an extreme amount of time without feeling guilty or dirty for doing so, and it was really wonderful. I'm so happy I had the chance to do that. Well, for midnight it was not the case, so I am playing World of Warcraft most of the time on Saturday, sometimes Sundays, but that's exceptional, and maybe sometimes on the evening, and I might stream or I might not, it depends. But my time has been significantly reduced, so I experience midnight a lot more slowly. And you know, I also enjoy to play slowly because I like to immerse myself fully into the story, discovering the beautiful landscape, reading all the quests aloud, voice acting every character, and discovering little secrets here and there. This is part of the pleasure, especially during the first playthrough, so it's kind of secret for me and I don't want to negotiate that. However, because I had a responsibility towards my guild and my community, as I'm leading together with my friend Marab, a beginner team for raiding, we needed to be ready for a certain date, the date where the raid was opening. And I was behind everyone else. I was even behind the casual players, not even max level when the date was approaching, so I had to speed up a little bit. And I will not say rushing the content because I did not rush, but I arrived to my first raid very undergeared, very close to be level 90. It's going to happen one moment or another.
My eyes on you.
I need a target.
You can handle this now.
There we go. There we are. Thank you.
I need to target something first.
Yes. And I look so cool. But let's speak about what midnight is. Even though I will probably make a separate video to speak about that. Midnight is a really wonderful expansion so far. I've been very, very impressed by the writing, by the storytelling, by the beauty of the zone, by the music, by the atmosphere, by the new character. Like for example, Arator, I really like him. I think he's awesome.
You fight with such conviction, but your light will betray you. In your darkest moment, when you need it most, your light will turn to wrath! And all you'll be left with is ashes.
Wow.
So tell me, Arator, son of Ilaria.
What a beautiful scene. Look at the madness.
Feel it.
And then I really enjoyed the story. While I'm not a super fan of Blue Delves, people that know me for a very long time know exactly what I'm talking about. This will be a story for another time. But in any case, I enjoyed very much Eversong Woods. It was beautiful. The music is so delectable, so relaxing, so beautiful, so melancholic. And then at the end of the Eversong Woods story, I was so excited that I had to follow Arator and discover what happened with him before to get to Elrendar, and really enjoying the beauty and the originality of that zone. And who don't like purple mushroom, huh? Who don't? But why? Oh, Nabil! No, I'm kidding.
We trade.
Everyone has their taste. No, but I will be curious, what is the dislike term? Like, what makes you not like it? Is it the layout? Is it the team? Is it you don't like mushrooms? You don't like purple? Yeah, what's wrong with you, Nabil? You're not really a nature person. Oh, surprising! Zandalar was my favorite zone because I was so excited about the story. I don't know what I have with Loa, but those stories always reach me. It really thrills me and I'm very excited. It was really great to follow the initiation of Zuljara and to see her becoming and establishing herself among her people. And then the story ended beautifully with Voidstorm. It was very exciting. And what was really nice was the story of Midnight. It was truly a follow-up of the story of the War Within. We knew it would be that way, but to experience it was so exciting. And I think that it makes everything so much more exciting story-wise, to see the plot thickening and to see different characters that you met in the past expansion and you continue the storyline with them afterwards. I really love that, and I hope World of Warcraft will continue to do this in future. Wouldn't it be time to call for the Goblin of Endermine? Come on, guys, say yes, say the word, and I'm going to speak with a different cartel, and I'll bring you plenty of allies.
Great.
Besides that, I really enjoyed my shaman, so I decided to level up my shaman instead of my priest because I wanted to level up one character. I kinda wanted to have a horde character, I kinda wanted to play my goblin too, and I also wanted to be sure that I will enjoy as much the DPS spec than the healing spec, and shaman is the one that worked the best for me, so there we go, I played my shaman. And I'm not very good at the moment, but I have all the time to improve, right? And you will follow my journey of self-improvement once again. Beautiful. It's probably why I prefer tanking or healing, because when you're healing, as long as the people are alive, it's good. When you're tanking, as long as you're doing the job, it's good. But when you're DPSing, you need to do always better.
The big one.
And I'm really not good. I'm too slow. I'm not casting enough spell. I'm too much like doing nothing in between run and side. And I try to be better, but I'm just terrible. It's horrible how bad I am. Like, I'm just disappointed. In any case, after pushing myself, I managed to reach max level to slightly gear up my character and start raiding with Nebula, or a new team in Starship, which is a team for new players and beginner player or casual player or stress player or anxious player or clumsy player or disabled player or player with kids that need to interrupt themselves all the time. Whatever, it's the most relaxed, no pressure, very chill, very tight-knit little raiding community. And we are not streaming it because we keep it private, so no one will feel under the spotlight, and there is no log and there is no rules beside be nice to each other and show up. So a very, very nice team. We had 2 raids so far. We did some nice progression. The atmosphere is really great, and we have a few spots. So if you're playing on the European server, you are melee character, especially a monk or a rogue or a DK, that would be really beautiful. You will be more than welcome in our little Nebula team, but you need to not want to progress beyond normal, because we're not going to touch Eric. However, what you can follow up is the progress in Team CHRONOS. So I started absolutely undergeared and not really knowing my Resto Shaman class very well, because this is not a class I've been much experiencing before, and certainly not in serious condition. So I have everything to learn, but I'm having a lot of fun, and we will see if I can keep up. If I can't, I will have to drop off the team, and I will be responsible, and I will be, you know, doing what is best for the team. But I still want to push myself and see how I can handle it, and we will see, because I still want to be able to tiptoes in mythic raiding and see what I can do, and to progress a character and to push myself beyond my limit is always fun. That being said, World of Warcraft is no more my priority nowadays. I do not have any ambition of becoming an established World of Warcraft content creator, because I've decided to follow another path. And that's what I'm going to talk to you about next. But yeah, I will be so excited one day to be able to tell you, my friends, I made it. I am in the timeline I wanted. I've been telling you that all this time in a very cryptic manners, because I could not really put word into it. But here I am. Now I am there. I have arrived. And I speak to you from my new timeline. I've changed my content. And now what you will see me streaming most of the time is just chatting and co-working. And there's a reason why I've been doing that. To explain you why I've been doing that, I need to go back in time. I need to go back in time in October, November this year. I got hit by an existential crisis. One aspect of this crisis was financial. I realized that I cannot make it as a content creator anymore. That even if I push myself super hard, it's not going to be possible. Well, it's not like it's completely impossible, but it will be very unlikely. And I was tired of the grind. I was really tired of how you need to push for monetization to gain the support of your community, or you need to go through sponsor, and for doing that you need to increase your stat, and to do that you need to cater your, you need to flatter the algorithm, I was tired of the grind. And then following up those financial question, how will I earn a living, what I will do, how do I redirect myself, what am I going to do, what is going to be my life? came the existential crisis as well. I've been doing this for so long. It has been my sole focus for so long. I've been navigating through many different hardships, doing many different things, but always on the internet, always in the video game industry, always within the gaming community, always as a content creator. Well, I'm not going to explain you all of my reflection, nor all of the astrological transit that supported this change, but to give you the sensation, it was like an iceberg flipping on itself. Like my world was doing like plop. And it was a very weird sensation. So I keep going through the month of November. Then in the month of December, because I had in mind that I would stop streaming, I wanted to really give something really nice for my community. I wanted to give my thanks and my recognition to all of the people that have spent their time with me for the last decades. Those that have been supporting me, those that have been present, those that have been enjoying my content. And so I did a month of streams where people could make wishes and I will make their wish come true, so to speak, by playing a game they wanted me to play or by doing this or that. It was a pretty fun month. It was a little bit more celebratory, a little bit different. And then in January I stopped streaming and I focused on real life stuff. And I was in front of my computer working on my resume and other things and feeling pretty isolated. I allowed myself to stream a little bit here and there during the weekend or maybe a little evening or something. But most of the time I was alone. And I was truly into that mindset. I'm going to stop streaming. It's over. And that's when I got accepted in the Women Guild program, in the Twitch Women Guild, which is something organized by Twitch. And I applied that years ago, maybe not years, but months ago, so long that I forgot that I did. And so I was like very surprised. So I've been thinking, considering, pondering, wondering, am I going to join? I decided I was stopping streaming. I did join. And I went on the Discord and I saw some discussion and suddenly an idea hit my mind. Maybe I could continue streaming doing co-working, not to establish myself as a content creator, not to become a very famous co-working streamers, but just simply to keep in touch with my community while I am redirecting my life and while I'm finding my way doing something different. Yeah, we have done everything! Hooray! Hooray! The to-do list is finished! Very nice! Tomorrow we have a new to-do list with other things that I will prepare in advance. And so we can even do that now because that is gone. There we are. Thank you. We can choose. And that's how I ended, by becoming a co-working streamer. That's what you will see now on my channel. Just chatting, we talk with each other, and then I'm working, and you're very welcome to hang out with me if it helps you to focus, to study, to encourage you to do your task, or if you just want to say a little hi for 2 minutes and then be gone, and that will be fine, but at least we can keep in touch through Twitch, and I'm not gone and alone in front of my computer trying to sort out my life. And then what the future holds, I do not know, but I know the direction I'm aiming. What I try to do is to rebranch out of the video game industry for the environmentalists, NGO, whatever, something like that. I want to contribute to the world and I want to raise more awareness about the environment and the need of reconnecting with nature and protecting it. You know that this has always been a subject very important to me. I've been working for several years with Tree Nation to plant trees already, but now I want to go further and use my skill and competence to serve a greater cause than just, spread joy about video gaming, which is nice too, but I would like to feel a little bit more participating into making this world a better place rather than escaping in virtual worlds like I have been doing for 20 years. I'm in good mood because I am taking steps in different direction, and I'm happy to do that. And I'm so happy that you're there with me. Like, I like the fact that it feels like I'm not alone, you know? Because this is kind of, I will not say scary, but it's at the same time exciting, but at the same time a little bit, you know. I'm doing new things that I never even thought would be possible. The other things I'm doing now is learning astrology. This has been suggested by my therapist because I was coming up always with my transit and my planet and why I was doing this or that by justifying the position of Mars in my chart or whatever. And then he told me, just an intuition. Why are you not becoming an astrologer? And I was like, what? You're suggesting me to become an astrologer? And he told me, yes, the world will really need a good astrologer, even more than before. And it's a study that has thousands and thousands years old. And no matter how the world is going to be, they will always have astrologer. And I was like, yeah, that seems quite reasonable and down to earth. Thanks for the justification. That's my excuse. Yeah, I'm going it. And so I purchased some book of astrology and started to deepen my knowledge. And it's very exciting. I show you many cards, guys. Already. We have not seen any card, any charts with no red line. There's always opposition. There's always square. It's not just a beautiful, clean triangle like this. So, this moment, and that's why this moment is considered like one of the big moments of 2026. So now there it is. The Fridays I'm doing some astrology. I have removed my feeling of, I should not do that. Everyone will be bored with this. And I go deep into it because you know what? I've always enjoyed astrology. I love it. I will speak about it in a different video. I've not been reading book for a decade or so, and now I'm reading book again. I mean, come on. It's really exciting for my mind, and it's a very vast and very serious field of study. A lot of people don't really know what astrology is all about. They think it's the horoscope with the sun sign. That's not astrology. It's like thinking that World of Warcraft is pet battle. Yes, for sure, there's pet battle in World of Warcraft, but if you describe World of Warcraft through pet battle, people are going to think the game is lame, while the game is much more vast than that. Same thing with astrology. It's not sun sign horoscope. It's much deeper and much more exciting. So I'm doing that on the Friday now. I'm discussing with people about astrology, about transit, about answering questions, whatever, and I'm also offering mini readings that are for my training and also give people the occasion of supporting me while also receiving something back instead of, just subscribing to the channel or whatnot.
We can't go back to where we were pre-COVID. We can't go back to where we were a year and a half ago. The outer planets are changing sign. Pluto has changed sign. Saturn and Neptune have changed sign. Uranus is going to be changing sign in 6 weeks' time. Everything is changing.
So yeah, that's what I'm doing now. So less World of Warcraft, but not giving up. So I will still continue, and you can still follow my adventure in Azeroth. Co-working, rebranching out from video gaming to environment and trying to be of use for the world rather than escaping in virtual realities, and then learning about astrology, gaining a new knowledge and a new skill, and maybe, who knows, I will get a certification and be officially an astrologer. And that's about it. That's about the month of March. Yep. I realized that for most people, co-working is not very interesting, and I'm not really doing it for that reason. I just wanted to keep accessible to my community. So if you want to say hi, you can drop by and say hi and still being present on Twitch and on the internet. It's a way for me to be able to explore something else while still keeping in touch with the people that want to stay in touch with me. And I'm extremely grateful for all of the people that have been hanging around with me during the Just Chatting segment, where we're still talking about all kind of things. And during the co-working segment, some people actually enjoy the atmosphere because it's very calm. There's a little ASMR keyboard thing, very relaxing music, and a studio atmosphere, you know, where you're just seeing someone else doing some work, which can be encouraging for people, especially those that have ADHD and need body doubling. But otherwise, I'm just there for you to say hi if that's what you want. And otherwise, the weekend I am streaming some World of Warcraft, sometimes the evening as well. And if you want to know more about the stars, and especially your lunar nodes and your path of destiny, well, join on the Friday and maybe you will be interested with a reading or something. In any case, I'm extremely grateful for those of you that are sticking around and following yet another of my journey, and who knows where it will end. Future will tell, and quite excited and anxious about it. We will see what's going to happen. Alright, thank you guys for watching this video. Take care, so I will see you next time. Or on Twitch, if you want.